Support for Budget Arcade is brought to you by Manscaped. Who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming? Manscaped offers precision engineering tools for your family jewels.
Funny that you say that, Scott. Manscaped just launched in the UK, so any overseas listeners that might need to, I believe Mark would say, twigs and berries, they want to take care of that whole mess. I don't know the grooming stuff in the UK, but they might want to clean it up a bit, and Manscaped's the way to go.
So, Jeff, if you don't mind, I'm going to cut you there. Their third-generation trimmer.
So that's the thing. Manscaped, you don't cut.
But what about the sloppy top on the rock?
Well, sometimes when you got to get around to the scrote boat, I'll say this. I'm a heavier guy, so it's a little hard to see the meat knockers. And when you're trimming, you kind of want to have a good visual, but with the Lawnmower 3.0, which is also available in the UK now, you can just kind of go at it and not worry too much about it. There's an LED light on the front of the Lawnmower 3.0. That way you can kind of make sure everything looks nice and trim for your significant other.
I'll tell you something, Jeff. You know that I am a bicycle commuter, correct?
I do know that, yes.
And because of that, with the ball deodorant, it's so helpful, as well as the ball toner to use after I've ridden my excessive amount of miles to work.
And it's refreshing.
Oh yeah, spritzing the Skin Twins right after a bicycle ride, it's magic.
So guys, let me just say that the Lawnmower 3.0 is 7,000 RPMs with quiet stroke technology. That leaves Big Joe and the twins feeling great.
They've supplied listeners of Budget Arcade with a promo code to save 20%. So that's 20% off. You get free shipping with the code ARCADE at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
Make your testes your besties.
And for our lady listeners, just like games are not for men only, neither does this product have to be. You can skip that pink tax by using our promo code
ARCADE, ACRADE, just to let them know that Budget Arcade sent you. And welcome to Budget Arcade, a free-to-play gaming podcast to help you navigate through the growing realm of free-to-play games. My name is Jeff.
My name is Mark, a.k.a. Mr. Pronunciator.
Ooh, I'll have a nickname sooner or later. Maybe this is already derailing. Like I wasn't prepared.
Jay Queasy.
Oh, God. Sounds bad when you say it. We are a podcast that plays free-to-play games every 2 weeks, and on these off weeks, Mark and I, we haven't figured it out yet, but this week we do have a plan. However, it's not much of one. If you haven't heard, the big news in the last good bit in gaming is that Microsoft has acquired Bethesda, who makes the Fallout series and the Elder Scrolls series, Skyrim. They also have Doom and some other things that I can't remember, like Dishonored, I think, is another one. So it adds a lot of questions in the air. Are these games going to be exclusive to Xbox? Are they going to drop immediately on Game Pass? My answer to that is going to be yes, and I think it just bolsters the value there. But what Mark and I are going to do this week is we're going to have a little draft. We're going to take all of the in-house studios from both Sony and Microsoft, put them in a basket, and then take turns drafting them over 7 rounds to see who can come up with the best in-house catalog of studios. And you guys can let us know how we did in our Discord channel. So, Mark, how are you ready for this?
I was born ready.
So Mark will be representing Sony. He's Team Sony. I am Team Xbox, which is a surprise to no one. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to decide who gets to draft first.
You know what?
I don't have
because I feel like my catalog will indefinitely be better, I will allow you to go first.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So this is our first round. We'll need to. You got? Can you write this stuff down? Do you have something you can?
What?
I need a pen and a pad. Maybe?
I did. I was not prepared for note taking.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
Hold on, I got it. I got it on my computer here. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so, I already know who I want because it's like this is to me the no-brainer, the first pick, and I'm hoping you regret giving me the first pick because Microsoft has now acquired through the Budget Arcade draft Naughty Dog Studios.
That's that's a big shocker to me.
Naughty Dog is the number one draft pick to me. You talk about in-house games selling exclusives, it's Naughty Dog. I mean, you get Uncharted, you get the Last of Us series, and then whatever they decide to do next, because their next original IP is probably going to be huge, whatever it is. So I think to me, if you're building a catalog around exclusive video games, you want to have Naughty Dog.
You want a hot take?
Okay.
Here's a hot take for you. Naughty Dog has like maybe 3 really good games, and the rest of them are kind of like eh.
Oh, from the PlayStation guy, from the mouth of fans.
Last of Us 2, while a huge release on the PlayStation 4, wasn't that great. And Uncharted, the first and second Uncharted games were really good. I just wasn't a fan of the rest of them. They do what, they Ratchet and Clank.
Nope, that's not them.
That's not them. Wait, who am I thinking of?
Ratchet and Clank's on the developers of Ratchet and Clank are on this list. Although I don't know if they develop it any. Yeah, I think they do. Insomniac, but anyway, speaking of
right, okay.
Yeah, it is now your turn. I have taken.
I was thinking of Jack and Dexter.
Yeah, who's anyway? Yeah,
Naughty Dog.
That is Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
And they are the original creators of Crash Bandicoot, a favorite series of mine on the PlayStation.
Okay, so, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna swipe up with Sony's first pick of the Budget Arcade developer draft. We're gonna go ahead and take ZeniMax / Bethesda with our first round selection. I feel that Microsoft hit it out of the park, in the real world, acquiring this studio. So many great games, so many great franchises, and I really think that they put Sony on their heels with the acquisition of Bethesda with the Fallout and Elder Scrolls, Doom, and so I actually think they're probably in the real world, they're probably Microsoft's biggest acquisition since Rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest acquisition they've had since I've been. They've never had a great first-party catalog, so it's huge. And a lot of the studios that were in-house, I think Microsoft stood up. They're the ones who actually put them together. So
yeah.
I'm with you. I mean, that's an insane library of games and future games. One of the things I'm saying is like looking at the draft is like, what are we going to see out of these studios going forward into the next gen? Not even so much like pulling in their back catalogs, but I think obviously, I think that's going to start an arms race almost for developers being purchased up.
Yeah, Sony's got to have something up their sleeve with that announcement a couple weeks ago. I've heard rumors that Sony's looking at Warner Brothers Interactive, the developers, the publishers, I guess, of the Arkham series, the Batman games. But I don't know. You're right. Sony has is now second, in the second tier of, developers, not games, but developers, and notoriety behind them. So yeah, I'm with you.
Well, I'm going to kind of react to your pick.
Okay.
By selecting a studio that Xbox already owns, and that's going to be Obsidian. You did get the Fallout franchise, but with Obsidian, I get the heart of the Fallout franchise, the developers behind what many consider to be the best one, which is New Vegas.
Oh,
they developed Outer Worlds.
Who are these people? Who are these people that consider New Vegas the best Fallout?
I don't know. I don't play that series. I don't care.
God.
Okay? I'm just drafting these people to get the sales, man. And these guys they make the games. They're making, I believe they made Path of Exile, which is really a PC game. They have it on console, but I can't understand why you'd want to play it on console. But
they made the recent game Outer Worlds, which was a fantastic game.
That's what I was just saying.
That's a fantastic game.
That's the spiritual successor of your Fallout series.
Yeah.
Made by the guys who made Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, it's Fallout in space.
Yeah, so I think while you can have the title of Fallout, I'll have the actual talent behind the game.
Okay. So, like, and I don't really know, other than New Vegas and the Outer Worlds, what Obsidian is like. They did games before New Vegas, but I don't know what they were off the top of my head.
Yeah, they from what I've seen is largely a PC.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Xbox, since they develop so heavily and have so much of their hand in PC gaming, that having some, they make these big RPGs, these CRPGs, having their hand in that is just going to kind of bolster. So it's important to Microsoft to also have people who have experience and talent developing on PC, because it's a market they definitely want to be a part of.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so my second pick in the Budget Arcade developer draft, I'm gonna go with a Sony pick, but I'm gonna go with Santa Monica Studios. They are the developers of the God of War franchise. Arguably the best games Sony puts out in their console generations year, decade after decade. And, with these God of War titles comes console sales. I would, if Sony was to launch the PS5 with a God of War title, it would bury any other console in sales.
That's a bold claim.
Yeah, no, I just, the last God of War was so good. The God of War before that on the PS3 was just insane. And I mean, they're console sellers. Those games are console sellers, and so I feel like you took Obsidian for the sales. I'm going to take God of War, Santa Monica Studios for increased sales.
All right. Well, I think that's a really good pick too. But I'm also going to dip back into the Sony realm, because I want to get a studio who I love, and I don't know that they're owned. I don't think they're actually owned by Sony. I could be wrong, but they've made games on Xbox before. But that's Insomniac Games.
Oh yeah, they're a Sony developer.
Are you sure? Because at the beginning of this generation, they made Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, Sony purchased
as an Xbox exclusive. Okay, so, fair enough. Then all the more reason to snatch them up, because everything they touch is gold, man. Like they are the artists of fun. If you just want a game to enjoy, I mean, these are your Ratchet and Clank guys. They made the new Spider-Man series. Maybe you attach some other properties to these skilled open world game creators, as well as just action adventure titles. I think they're a fantastic developer and definitely one I want on Xbox.
So Sony purchased Insomniac Games in 2019 for $229 million.
Okay. That's a good purchase. I think they're great. I think they really make great games.
Yeah. They Insomniac has quickly risen to before Sony purchased them, they were the Ratchet and Clank, guys. Those games like the old Spyros that you play just for fun. Not too much storytelling in them, but when Sony purchased them and threw their weight behind them, Insomniac became a powerhouse with the Spider-Man game that was released on the PS4, and they really established themselves as a top tier studio.
I agree. You're up.
So let me get my my list out here and update my.
We're getting now to where some of the all the heavy hitters are. I mean, there's still some heavy hitters on this list, but we're kind of now going to start getting into the A-, B+ tier of developers.
So I'm gonna dip into the Microsoft realm, and I'm gonna go ahead and snatch up 343 Industries.
You can have them. Oh, I mean, congratulations.
So the knock on my knock. This is my opinion. The knock on the Halo games has always been their lackluster campaigns.
Oh man, and that's never been like. I got the hiccups. And that's never been truer. Like the last one, the campaign was awful. I hated it.
Yeah, no, it's always been kind of second tier to the multiplayer, facet of the game. And with Sony's acquisition of 343 Industries, the campaign will now move to the forefront, and you will be immersed in this otherworldly campaign that will game of the year.
Oh my gosh!
So I mean,
now that is a bold claim.
You let Sony pave the way for your single player titles, and Halo. The multiplayer can take a back seat with Sony's acquisition of 343.
Well, I was totally fine, Lee. I had no intentions of drafting them. All right, what round are we on? Is that 3 rounds down?
Yeah,
2 rounds down?
We're in the 4th.
We're in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just got to keep going back because Sony Studios are just incredible. I'm going to draft Sucker Punch. I think
that's a good one.
Yeah, because they made the Ghost of Sashima, Infamous, and just they know how to make that. That's one thing that Sony has lacked. Not Sony, excuse me. PlayStation. What is wrong with me? Xbox has lacked is that sort of third-person adventure game genre.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, yeah, you could play the Assassin's Creed games, but you could play that on all consoles. They don't have those in an exclusive way. And I think that with the combination of Insomniac and Sucker Punch, you're just going to get like 2 to 4 really quality adventure third-person titles every year, exclusive on Xbox, and going right to Game Pass, man. That's what I want.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is game of the year, for me. It's an incredible game. It's a new IP. I mean, I've read reviews from people that live in Japan and Japanese historians that say that this game was incredible as far as like historical, aspect goes. That they could not imagine an American-made game getting so much Japanese history correct, and it's just it's a beautiful game. Like the Infamous games, they're fun. They never really dived real deep into the story. There was never really a really deep, multi-tiered story behind the Infamous the infamous games. Right. They were open world. They were fun. You could, you had all these abilities. You can traverse whatever city you're in. But Ghost of Tsushima is it's a 10 out of 10 for me. And it really, that title catapulted them to the top of Sony's like developers. For me, it's an incredible game. If you haven't played it, not just you, Jeff, but anybody, if you haven't played it, it's an incredible game.
All right, you're up.
Right. Let's. I'm gonna stay in house, and I'm gonna go with Guerrilla Games.
Yeah, that would have been my next pick. I would have just snapped up all the big ones.
It's Guerrilla. They they got their name recognized for their Killzone titles on for Sony, and what really surprised me with Guerrilla was there was no Killzone for the PS4. They
I've always felt like that was just sort of like a dead franchise. Like it was like the Halo. That's what you got first person shooter wise on your PlayStation because you couldn't get Halo.
Yeah, I mean you could be right. I was never really big Killzone guy. I had them.
Right.
The campaigns were okay. There was no multiplayer, or was there? I don't know. But like on the PS4, Sony tapped Guerrilla to make a new IP, Horizon Zero Dawn, and that was, to me, it went up against Breath of the Wild when it came out, and so more people gravitated towards Breath of the Wild than they did Horizon Zero Dawn. But to me, it was 1A, 1B as far as open world, third person. But they're a fantastic developer. Horizon Zero Dawn is a fantastic new IP. There's going to be a sequel to it on the PS5 releasing at some point in the next year or so. So I think they've only just hit the ground floor and they have nowhere to go but up.
Okay. We're really running low, but I mean, there's one massive name still on this list, and they're already in Microsoft's pocket, and I think you just got to grab them up because I think there are a few games that have bigger name recognition than Minecraft, and Mojang, you got to snap them up because I feel like even though Minecraft Dungeons was okay, I feel like the IP, there's so much more they can do with. The other thing that you kind of goes along with that is all the merch sales and stuff that Minecraft does. And I mean, it's, my mom probably could tell you about what Minecraft is.
Your mom probably plays Minecraft. All right.
No, she doesn't. She does not play any games. But I'm saying, like, Minecraft is a household name, right?
Right.
It's transcended a few generations now. It's going to be going into another generation, and at some point, right, we got to get Minecraft 2. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I think they're on the right track with things like Minecraft Dungeons, doing other genres with Minecraft, that skin and feel, because I think they can really expound on that. I think it's a winning IP, and really, it's not the dev I want, it's the IP of Minecraft.
Right.
Because I think that it's huge. I think, really, I don't know of another game outside of Nintendo's catalog that has the name recognition of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like Mario, Zelda would be the only thing that can compete.
Yeah, I mean, you look everywhere, and something Minecraft is everywhere. And
right.
To
me, this.
No, go ahead.
This is my value pick. This is a steal to get Minecraft this late in the draft. This is what you call a sleeper pick, or I don't know anybody who plays fantasy sports, but this to me is a good steal this late.
Well, I mean, if we're going off of sales, I agree with you for sure. Mojang is a moneymaker for Microsoft. They print money with Mojang, and in the fifth round, if we're just basing it off of, hey, how much money am I making? Fifth round, you hit a home run. So I agree with you.
Thank you. I'm the best. Go ahead.
So, we're getting into the value picks here.
This is really what. So me going forward, I'm like, what am I gonna see next from this developer? And because games wise, we got some racing games.
Yeah.
And,
so I think. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just take Rare.
That's another one that kind of along with 353 you could have.
I don't know if it was a Freudian slip or you were just being funny, but I got a chuckle.
Rare is not what they were, but go ahead.
No, but their big recent release for Microsoft, Sea of Thieves, was very well received. It's got a big online presence. It is
and a loyal fan base.
Yeah,
and I haven't been able to get into that game, but the people that get into it, they love it.
Yeah, no, and I've played it. My kid plays it, and so it's a fun game. It's a never ending map of just things to do. It's one of those games where you can just jump on. You can go discover new islands. You can go try to take over an island. It's just one of those things. One of those games where I feel like it's going to have a much longer shelf life than a lot of other IPs from either Microsoft or Sony. And so with a longer shelf life means inevitably more money. And then, and for what I understand or what I've read is that there's going to be a Sea of Thieves 2 on the Series X.
I'll say this. The water effects
Yeah.
in Sea of Thieves are amazing.
Yeah.
They're beautiful to look at. Too
Too
bad the rest of the game's kind of ugly.
Well, the character design is very generic.
Yeah, they're hideous.
Yeah,
they're worse than generic to me. I don't like the look of the characters.
They're very cartoony, and it's one of those games where I don't think you play it for the graphical aspect. You play it to immerse into the online realm.
Yeah, my brother loves that game, and he says the big thing is he says it's just sailing a ship with your friends.
Yeah.
It's that's what's so fun about it.
Right.
And I get that, but it doesn't work for me, but
sure,
it's cool. It's realistic. I can see that sailing being fun, but But again, hey, it's in your library now. So before we go, this is round 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to call an audible.
All right.
And on round 7, let's have a wild card pick.
Okay.
So you can go outside of the Sony and Xbox and draft any studio you want.
Okay.
In round 7. And on top of that, since you've were gracious enough to give me the first pick, I will allow you to have the first pick in round 7. Because right now I feel like you're behind. I feel like you're way behind.
Ooh, I don't.
So
okay, debatable.
I got.
All right.
Oh, okay. I've got. Let's run it down real quick. I've got Insomniac, Sucker Punch. What was the first one I drafted? The Naughty Dog, Minecraft, and then Obsidian.
But I've got God of War. I've got Fallout and every other game that you love to play. I've got Halo, which is your favorite online game.
Incorrect.
I've got the best upcoming developer in Gorilla, and I've got a wild card in Rare, which who knows with Sea of Thieves 2 goes. All right, who knows?
Well, we'll let people again let us know. Jump on our Discord and let us know. Also, I'm going to ask Scott to put a poll on Twitter who won the draft, but let's dip into round 6. You ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm actually going to grab Playground Games. Now, they make Forza Horizon, which to me is the more fun of the two.
You chose the wrong racing game. Ha!
Okay, are you a Gran Turismo? Gran Turismo is trash.
No, Gran Turismo's the same game every year. I don't care about Gran Turismo.
Yeah, okay, good. Because Forza's been spanking the pants off of Gran Turismo for years now. It's not even close. But Forza Horizon takes it out of the simulation, drops it more in the arcadey, open world, running around. It's a really good racing game. It's not, like, really, in all honesty, if I could have any racing game, I would get Criterion, who is owned by EA, to make a new Burnout game, because that's the best racing game ever made, Burnout 3, and that's what I would do. But I'm really out of options as far as what I want to draft, so I'm just going to get Playground Games, because they do make a pretty good racing game.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. No, it's what I was talking about as far as you chose the wrong racing game. You should have chosen San Diego Studios, an in-house Sony developer who makes none other than MLB The Show and Pod Nation Racers.
Yeah, I don't want that game. The Show would be fine, but The Show's not even the best baseball game available.
Wait.
It might be the only MLB game, but
yeah. I mean, what other
Mega
baseball
3? Super Mega Baseball 3 is better. Super Mega Baseball 3 might be the best baseball game I've ever played.
Get out of here with your indie developer.
Have you played it?
No, because nobody else has.
It's incredible. And that's false. Download the demo. I'm telling you. The pitching, the batting, the fielding, it's all crisp and fun. It's a great game. Like, I'm surprised how good it is.
So I chose this developer because the sales are through the roof.
So you're taking San Diego Studio?
Yes, I am actually.
Okay, all right.
So the sales aspect, I'm not a big MLB game player. I don't care. It's baseball. Watching baseball is boring to me.
I agree.
So I don't really care about MLB The Show. However, it makes money hand over fist because it is the only MLB video game
actually
by a console developer.
Yes. There is another MLB series, but I can't remember what it is. It's not good. It's not good. Like,
yeah,
it's not a good one. I think it's RBI or something.
Well, no, I mean, there's, you have your PC, you have, your baseball manager or whatever it is, and
that doesn't count.
Right. No, those are.
I'm talking about playing baseball. Just get Super Mega Baseball and be done with it. Great game.
But my pick was solely for sales.
Money.
Yeah.
You want the money.
I do.
Okay. You sell out. All right, so now we're in the final round, 7th round.
Yep.
Time for you to bring it back, because right now you're so far behind I can't even stand it.
Oh.
I want you to drop a bomb. Any studio in the world, who do you get?
You ready for this?
I hope it's not the one I want.
Oh, it's
because I already know what I want.
It's the absolute one you want.
Oh God.
Ubisoft Montreal.
You win! You win, and with one fell swoop, you've caught up.
No, that wasn't my serious choice. But
too late now.
No, I'll tell you. Wait, I don't. So, are we talking about
Studio?
Studio, okay.
No, you can't say Ubisoft and then get all of Ubisoft. You can't say Activision and then get all of Activision.
What studio made? Damn. Well, see, like
I have the internet.
I do. I have the internet at my fingertips.
The magic of editing can make it seem like you knew off the top of your head. But then again, I'm editing, so I'm going to make you sound real dumb.
Wait. There's got to be whatever developer made the damn Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah. Let's Google real quick.
More games. I'm on the Ubisoft website. I don't...
Yeah, they're not going to say because they don't want to give credit where it's due. Ubisoft Quebec.
Ooh, Quebec. A different region of Canada, but all the same.
Well, they're the French-speaking ones. And since Ubisoft is a French company, they probably give the good stuff to the other French-speaking part of Canada, Quebec.
Sure. So, my choice in choosing Ubisoft Quebec is that Assassin's Creed... I'm a big Assassin's Creed Odyssey stan. You will not convince me that there was a better third-party game this current console generation than Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Super Mega Baseball 3.
Besides some random indie developed title that you can think of. But what other games do they have?
I'm sure they've made a lot. I mean, it's Ubisoft Quebec, but you're just basing it on the pedigree of Odyssey, which is pretty much universally praised.
Yeah, no, so I'm pretty sure they made a Watch Dogs game too. But the thing about Assassin's Creed Odyssey was that it was so much better than every other Assassin's Creed game, at least that I've played. And I've played a lot of Assassin's Creed games because there's a lot of them. But it was almost a game changer as far as how Ubisoft approaches the Assassin's Creed franchise, and they almost can't go backwards, and I feel that they will with Valhalla, but Odyssey has now paved the way for how every future Assassin's Creed title should be. And Odyssey continues. Like, you could go back and you could play Odyssey now, and it came out almost 4 years ago. And there's things to do. There's new things to do. It's got a vast online catalog of updates for it. It's constantly being redone or updated. I feel like Ubisoft Quebec hit a home run, and so they are my wild card pick for the Budget Arcade Developer Draft.
That's the best you could do. If I wasn't in the lead already.
Well, you caught me off guard.
If I was... Oh, that's true. I'll give you that. But that's why I wanted to give you a round's notice. I didn't want to switch it on the 7th round. Right? But it's over for you at this point.
All
because you're done.
All right.
So even if I weren't already in the lead, if I was way behind, me, Xbox, with the final pick in the wild card round of the Budget Arcade Draft, we select Blizzard.
Ooh.
You're done, son.
Wait a minute.
We get Overwatch. No, Blizzard is a developer, my friend.
Yeah, but all right. So
we get Overwatch. We get Diablo.
Diablo.
Those are the ones that matter. Eat just those two.
I mean, if Diablo was
Hearthstone.
If Diablo was worth a crap, I'd be upset. But it's not.
We win. Xbox wins this generation.
I mean, okay, I grant it. Overwatch was a good title, but I mean, other than Overwatch, I mean, what are you getting?
It's okay to admit defeat.
But what are you really getting?
Overwatch 2, Diablo 4, StarCraft. Remember, Xbox is in the PC game, right? You're telling me that Diablo 4, StarCraft 4, or whatever's next, launches day one on Game Pass on PC. You don't think that money's rolling in?
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely it is.
All right.
It's okay to admit defeat, Mark.
No, Blizzard makes sense from an online
outgunned and outmanned.
I don't think you properly assessed your community of gamers in this. I mean, you've got a good catalog. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
However, Sony has now lived up to its single player glory in acquiring all of the greatest single player titles that are out there. And let's not forget, Halo is now at the forefront of your single player campaigns.
Let's take a look. Let's run it down. Go ahead, tell everybody about what you got. What are your studios?
Right.
What do you got?
I got Bethesda.
Right.
All right.
That's a good one. I'll grant
right.
you that.
I got Santa Monica Studios, God of War.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got Halo. I got 343 Industries. Halo is now a great game.
We were able to offload Halo in this draft. What a great day!
Halo is now a great game. It is now a AAA title.
We will no longer be.
It is no longer a indie developed
by the
title.
high expectations of Halo fans. We have offloaded it.
I have Guerrilla Games. I have the Killzone franchise. I have the Horizon Zero Dawn franchise. It's over for you. I then have Rare. I have now taken a swing out of left field. I have snatched up Rare. We are now in the gaming business of multiplayer titles. Sea of Thieves. What Sea of Thieves? We're now doing multiplayer, single player Sea of Thieves.
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
we have San Diego Studios, where MLB The Show, Pod Nation Racers, both the best sports games available out of this entire draft.
Well, that's only because I didn't draft Super Mega Baseball 3.
And then we took Ubisoft Quebec, which also comes with Ubisoft Montreal. You didn't know, but now you do. So
okay.
We now have...
You're done. You're done. I'm pulling the plug. You've gone too long. I just wanted a list. All right. Okay, run my list down.
All right. You got Naughty Dog. It's a great pick. You've got established IPs. You've got sales through the roof. You've got all aspects of gaming to you.
Come on, keep going. I didn't want commentary, man. I'm not trying to edit an hour of audio. Keep it going.
Obsidian.
Yes.
Insomniac.
Oh, baby.
Sucker Punch.
Uh-huh. That's a good one, too.
Mojang.
The biggest game in the world.
Playground Games. Which, if nobody...
that could go in the bin. Nobody's excited about that. You can throw... That's garbage.
Blizzard.
Oh, rip.
You know, I think what you've done here is you've now turned Microsoft into current day Sony. It's weird.
It is. I didn't ever said that Sony doesn't have a winning strategy, and I've never said they don't have great games. But now all their games belong to us over here at Microsoft. Well, you can let us know who won. Look for the poll on Twitter, whether Xbox, ran by yours truly, or Sony, ran by Mark, won the Budget Arcade Developer Draft. You can also find our Discord on our Twitter and Instagram and everywhere. You can go to budgetarcade.com to check out more content and find those links. Look in the show notes for that Discord link. We are on Twitter and Instagram at Budget Arcade. Don't forget our music is made by Stimage. You can check out all of his music over at MetroidMetal.com.
And just remember, when you're voting for me, Ubisoft Quebec, Ubisoft Montreal, they're a package deal.
I'll give you Montreal. You can have them. All right? You can have Playground Games. I still win.
I don't want Playground Games.
Anyway, I want to thank you for listening, and game on.
Imagineville Podcast Network.